Good afternoon. Welcome to Dr. Olubenkade's YouTube channel. For this channel, I teach you how to make money both online and offline. Today is the 21st day of the month of December 2025. And in about 10 days' time, we are going to be entering into the new year 2026. And I've made it a point of duty to be coming up with live stream like this every day as the time permits to talk to you about money and preparation for the new year. So today I'm talking to you about the millionaire mind secrets for the new year. There are certain secrets that millionaires know, and these secrets help them to be able to really maximize the new year and everything happening in the new year. So I'll be addressing this issue of the millionaire mind secrets for the new year. Please, just a minute. Welcome back. As I said, I'm talking to you about the millionaire mind secrets for the new year. And most of the things I'm going to be saying, I am going to be drawing them from one of the books I've read, which was written by Harv Eker. Harv Eker wrote a book called The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. And most of the things I'm going to say are going to be the book by this individual, T. Harv Eker, is going to be the basis of my discussion with you. So I'm going to explore the mental and emotional patterns that distinguish wealthy people from those who struggle financially. So wealth is not just about the paper you carry about or the amount you have in your bank account or the houses or the lands or the cars or the things, properties, investment that you have. Wealth is a mental thing and it's an emotional thing. So the wealthy or those who are going to become wealthy, they have a kind of emotional pattern. Those who are going to be poor have a kind of emotional pattern. Those who are going to be wealthy have a kind of mental attitude and mental pattern. And these mental patterns distinguish them. I'm going to also show you that true wealth begins in the mind. True wealth does not begin outside, it begins inside of your mind. As a man thinketh, so is he. As you are thinking that you are, that is what exactly you are, or that is exactly what you are going to be. If every time you are thinking about poverty, you may end up being poor. At the same time, if every time you are thinking of wealth, your mind is going to attract it. Your mind is like a magnet. Your mind is like a magnet. So anything you keep on thinking about and you keep on dwelling on, your mind is going to attract it. So if every time you have poverty thought in your mind is going to be attracting poverty. If every time you are thinking about wealth, thinking about success, your mind will be navigating and thinking of ways to make it and bring it to become a reality. Somebody said he wrote on the wall a check of $1 million. He didn't have even $1 million in his account. He didn't have hundreds of thousands in his account, but he wrote on the wall that he's going to give out check of millions. He wrote on the wall the kind of car he wants to drive, the color. He said after doing this, his mind began to navigate towards achieving those things. And today, the rest is history concerning that individual. I have a comment here from someone, and he said, am I gay? I'm not gay. No, I'm not gay. I'm fine. Another individual said Jesus is king. Yes, I'm a Christian and I believe that Jesus is king. And thank you for your comments. The question that I have, am I gay? I'm not gay. Why do you ask that? I'm married, I have my wife, and I have my children. I have 4 children, for your information. So I'm not gay. I'm not gay in any way. So that is that about that. So what I'm trying to say is that wealth is built right from the mind. The individual talking about somebody being gay, also, it is built from the mind. When you start thinking of how it is going to be, if a man is meeting a man, if a woman is meeting a man, if what you are thinking about is that it's going to be very interesting, then you will start thinking of how to be able to exhibit it and to carry out. And then you are going to be thinking of how you're going to meet another man to have intercourse with. At the same time, if what is in your mind as a woman is that how will it be if a woman is meeting a woman? That is what you are thinking about every time. You are going to navigate, your mind will navigate, and one day, very soon, you're going to meet another woman you're going to meet with. So here I'm talking about wealth. When you have the thought of wealth and you are thinking about wealth, what happens is that your mind is going to become attracted and eventually you are going to get the wealth. So that is why we're talking about the secrets of the millionaire mind in the new year. The millionaire mind have to be thinking about wealth and how to get it legitimately. Now, wealth is a thing of the mind, as I've said. What you think about dominantly happens to you. Some people think about accidents. Some people think about death. They think about sickness. They think that when they do something, something bad will happen. And eventually that thing happens because that is what is the predominant thought they have. So the secret I'm talking about this mind thing being the wealthy mind is that in the new year, and from now into the new year and continuously be thinking about wealth. Think about how interesting it's going to be wealthy. I was in the church this morning and somebody after the service, I entered my car with my wife. I was in the car with my wife. Somebody approached me and said, I've not eaten, I need money to do this and to do that. I didn't know the woman before. I never met her. But I just look at it that, okay, for her to come and meet me, she may have need of it. So I did a transfer. I didn't have any cash on me. I did transfer of some amounts to her. And I left and I just saw it as given of charity. Now, this is how it works. Now, your thought and your subconscious beliefs and attitudes about money, they shape your financial results. Sometimes you see people that have money, they have real money, they have wealth, and then you are thinking that they got it through dubious means. Somebody have a shop and the shop is being filled up and they are making progress from one progress to another progress. Then you are thinking, oh, they must have embezzled money somewhere. Oh, they must have done something. They must have done money ritual. If you are thinking that way, then your mind will be, you have limited your mind. You've told your mind that without doing money ritual, you cannot be rich. You've told your mind that without doing money ritual, you cannot attain onto anything. So that is not the attitude you need to have. The attitude you need to have is that you go to say, okay, I believe this, that wealth can be made legitimately. And then those who make it legitimately, and for many white people that made wealth, if we have many of them, Elon Musk, Rockefeller, many people that are white guys, they documented all their findings about how they made it. They documented it in the book. So we read these books, and then it is something that can be carried out. If you follow the steps they say they follow, you're going to get it. But the issue is that the black man, majority of the black men, they do not document how they made it. They want to keep it secret, and that is the reason why many people believe that for you to make it, you just have to be secretive and other things like that. Now, there's a particular formula for wealth, which states that if you're going to be wealthy, you cannot walk alone. You cannot walk solo. So if you're going to be wealthy, you must be able to produce, you must be able to, in your manufacturing process or in your process of producing wealth, of providing a service or providing goods or services in the process of your manufacturing or producing a service, you must not walk alone. If you walk alone, you are limited. And think of any rich man in the world. They have at least 10, 20, 30, 40 working for them. And all these people working for them, they bring together all their experiences and their resources to work for them. The person may pay them some amount of money, but imagine what he's going to pay them compared with the contribution they are making to his wealth. If he's paying one person, a particular say he's paying him $10 per hour, he may be getting a return from that person's effort $50 per hour. So that is a fundamental principle, which I'm also sharing with you now. If you're really going to make real wealth, think of system where other people are going to work for you. You maybe can pay them or it will be free. So think of a system where you pay other people will work for you. You have already charted the cost. Then you think of a system where other people will work for you, do some work for you to produce a product or a good or a service. Then you now sell it. Through that means you are going to make exponential income. You are going to make wealth in geometric progression. compare with if you are the only one. So that is something that is well known and which you should be thinking about practicing in the new year. Yeah, I'm looking at another comment. Okay, it's asking. Okay, the comment is heard for review. I want to look at the comment. The comment said, okay, I want to see the comment heard for review. This person said, I can't get what you wrote. You wrote it in another language. So I can't get, I don't understand what you wrote. I think this is Thames Cree. I don't understand what you wrote, Thames Cree. Maybe you can rewrite it in English so that I can be able to read it. Thank you for coming on this program at this time. We were talking about millionaire mind in the new year, the secrets of the millionaire mind in the new year. You need to identify and adjust limiting beliefs. What the millionaire mind is saying that wealth starts from your mind. What you think about, if you think about wealth, is saying you are going to be wealthy. Don't think poverty thoughts. Think wealthy thoughts. Don't say, I cannot afford it. Instead of saying, I cannot afford it, say, how can I afford it? Instead of saying, I cannot afford it, say, how can I afford it? Turn it into a question. These are some of the things that prepare people to wealth. How can I afford it? How can I afford it? There's a formula called count to 10 and win. When you face an obstacle or you face something and you have a need of money, count to 10 and win. Get a sheet of paper, write down 10 ways by which that particular thing you want to achieve can be achieved. You want to rent a house. You want to rent a building for business. You want to buy a house. That is your goal. Then count to 10 and win. Write down 10 possible ways by which you can be able to buy it. Before you get to 10, it is a universal formula. Just write it down. Okay, number one, if I want to buy a house, I can do this. Number two, I can do this. Number three, I can do this. Number four, I can do this. By the time you get to 10, I bet you that one of the option or two, you see that there are things that you can do. And by the time you do it, you achieve your goal, which is to buy a house. That is what you're saying, that wealth is a thing of the mind. Anyone can develop a mindset conducive for wealth creation. So you can develop a mindset conducive for wealth creation instead of saying, I cannot afford it, I cannot do it. I'll turn it into a question. How can I afford it? How can I do it? Now, there are certain things I want to bring to you here before we call it a day. I will not take your time. Number one is that your money blueprint determines your financial destiny. What is your money blueprint? So your money blueprint is going to determine your financial destiny. Every person has a set of subconscious beliefs about money, often learned in childhood. There are some kind of belief that you have learned in childhood. These beliefs influence how you earn, they influence how you spend, they influence how you invest and how you save. Some people have said Kirakita Odola is a Yoruba saying that you don't need to work hard. Working hard does not make you wealthy. But I see Elon Musk working on an electric car for days and not leaving the place. People don't understand certain things. So that means Elon Musk is hardworking. Elon Musk today is the richest man in the world. He is the owner of X.com, that is formerly Twitter. But Elon Musk still finds time to post on his social media handles, while some other people are saying that, oh, I don't have time to post. The richest man is posting. You are not even one of the 1 million richest people in the world. You are saying you cannot do something. So your money blueprint determines your financial destiny. What is your money blueprint? What is your thought? What is your thinking? What is your mindset about money? That is going to determine your financial destiny. Another thing is that rich people think differently. Rich people don't think like the poor people. They don't think like the average people. They have a different thinking. A poor man will tell you that he's not owing anybody. But the richest man in the world is they are owing banks. They have people that gathered money together to support their dreams. So you can see, Dangote, the richest man in Africa, is owing the banks a lot of money. He took loans to fund his business and is paying back the loans gradually. So a poor man we say that no, I don't take loans. Don't take loan. Even when there's a deal, a major deal of a lifetime, the poor man will say no to loan. But here is Dangote is taking loans to finance his business. He's taking loans to run his empire. So you can see that rich people think differently. Millionaires focus on opportunity. They also focus on abundance and control, while poor or middle class thinkers often focus on fear, scarcity, and excuses. So the poor people they think differently from the rich people. The rich are focusing on opportunity, looking for opportunity anywhere they get to, in anything that's happening, they want to do for an opportunity. But the poor people are focusing on fear. What about if I start the business and it fails? But the rich person will say, what about if I don't start the business and it succeeds? Rich people failed many times before they succeeded. Poor people, they never really failed because they never really tried. So there's another book wrote by somebody which is titled Failing Forward, meaning that you can fail and still you are failing forward, because when you take a risk and then you fail, you've learned a way by which you should not do what you are doing. So you can fail forward by so doing. Now, millionaires focus on opportunity, abundance, and control. Poor or middle class thinkers often focus on fear. They focus on scarcity and excuses. Any business idea that you bring to a poor person is giving you reasons why it may not work. This is December now. People are going to buy Christmas chicken. One way by which you can make money through this December is to go to the farm in the outskirts of the city where you live and buy chicken at a ridiculously low price and bring it to the main town and sell it. And on one chicken, you can make 1,000 or 2,000 naira. So if you have 50 of those chicken that you bought, you can make 50,000 to 100,000 naira just within a number of days before Christmas or even after the Christmas. But the poor will say, what about if the chickens die? What about if I don't get buyers? But this is a market. You have to position yourself where buyers will see you. Another thing you need to do about your mind to make it to become a millionaire mind in the new year is to take full responsibility for your financial life. Take full responsibility for your financial life. Stop the habit of giving excuses. There is what is called excusiatis. Some people just like giving excuses. Anything that happened to them. Why are you poor? They'll give excuse. It's my mother, it's my father, it's my sister, it's my brother, it's this person, it's that person. That is what is referred to as excusiatis. So stop the habit of giving excuses and focus on your life. Focus on what you need to focus on instead of you giving excuses. So take full responsibility for your financial life. Anything that happens to you financially, take responsibility for it. Anything that goes south, take responsibility for it. And then by so doing, you know that you are in control and then you can decide your life. Wealthy individuals do not blame circumstances. You don't blame circumstances. When it rains, some people say, oh, it is the rain that made me not to go out. Whereas in Lagos State and in many other places, they have months, weeks that the rain does not stop. If you go to Gujarati in India, I've been there, I was there 2 years ago in Badoli, Surat. For 4 months, almost non-stop, rain falls every day. And then people go out normally, they come in regularly, and they do everything they need to do normally. And they have their raincoat, they have the umbrella, they move. The whole floor, most times are flooded. And they still go to school, they still go to work, they go to the market. So there's no excuse. At other times, the weather is very hot. At a point, I checked the temperature in Badoli, it was 43 degrees Celsius. Everywhere it was hot. When you on the fan, it's blowing hot. Yet, people still go out to do their business. Yet, people still go to school. People still go and they do a lot of things and they run their normal life. At another time, the place is very cold, another 4 months, as if one is in the USA and in Washington, where you have cold weather. It's very, very cold. Everywhere is cold, as if just that there's no snow. But the air blowing is very cold air, chill air, that if you don't wear thick clothes, you'll be shaking. So you don't have any excuse. When the individuals do not blame circumstances, they don't blame the economy or other people. They take ownership of their income. They take ownership of their investments and financial decisions. Government will always make their own decision. Everything will always happen. Then you yourself, you have to think how you are going to navigate and you are going to make profit and become a millionaire and multiply your millions in spite of whatever is happening at any time. What else do you need to do to develop the millionaire mind in the new year? You need to focus on opportunities. You need to focus on opportunities. So you focus on opportunities, not obstacles. Don't focus on obstacles. Your mind should be on opportunities. Looking at opportunities, you know that something good can happen because you are focused on opportunities. Millionaires see potential and solutions, while others see problems and limitations. Positive, solution-oriented thinking creates action and results. So focus on opportunity in everything. Now the boss is late. Focus on opportunity. Yesterday, I took my son to see the doctor, the medical doctor in the hospital. I was there from 7 a.m. to about 12 noon, and I've made series of videos on my on for my TikTok and Facebook and Instagram. And what I just did while I was waiting for a doctor was to edit those videos, those reels. I edited them and I posted them to Instagram, to Facebook, and to TikTok. And I finish one and I do another one. I finish one, I do another one. I did some other things, commented on this. I looked at some other things, some projects you are working on. I try to help and make my own comment. And like that, I was busy working while I was waiting. So that is how the rich people work. They focus on opportunity. They don't focus on obstacles. Yes, we are waiting for a doctor. Is taking the time, but we are using that time for some other useful ventures. So the same thing when you have the millionaire mind, no matter what is happening around you, you are focused on how you can maximize the opportunity, how you can maximize the time and make good money from the opportunity. Then you need to commit to wealth creation. There's need for commitment to wealth creation. Wealth creation takes commitment. It's not something you just eat and run. Success requires a decisive commitment to financial growth and a willingness to take risks. You must be willing to take risks if you're going to be successful. You can't just be there and say you can't take risks. Take risks, then learn and act consistently. This YouTube channel for your information is like a business for me. It's like a business for me. When I started, I was pleading people, please subscribe, please subscribe. Then later on, that was about 6 years ago, December like this, I started this 6 years ago exactly. I was always pleading before 100 subscribers. It was sweat. I was trying, struggling to produce one video per day. Here I am today. I am not even pleading anybody to subscribe, but I see people subscribing every time. In a day, sometimes I can get 5 subscribers, and you can keep counting. And now I can earn even money for data from it. Now I can earn brand deals. Now I have people contacting me for brand deals and other things. So this is how it works. Commit to wealth creation. Wealth creation is not something that you just eat and run. You have to show commitment to it. Then you need to learn to manage money wisely. Learn to manage money in a wise way. And millionaires allocate income strategically. They don't just spend anyhow. You have to allocate your income strategically. You have to have part of your income should go to savings and investments. That is to grow wealth. Then another part should go to necessities. That is living expenses. Another part of your income should go to education and personal development. I'm always online. I spend a lot of money on data. That is personal development. And also, that is business for me. So you have to buy data. Yesterday, 2 days ago, I got data. Just about 5 days ago, I got data. And this data I'm talking about was large chunk of data. Now I'm making this live stream, and uploading them on the YouTube costs quite a number, much more data than if you are not doing live stream, if you record it. But I have a goal. Live stream allow me to reach more people that just recording the video and uploading it will not reach. When you are live, people get to see you, that you are live, more people get to see you. So it is worth taking. So education and personal development is another thing you need to invest your money in. Then you also have to spend on fun and lifestyle, moderate and controlled. Now, we're talking about business, talking about money. You have to be shrewd, you have to be conservative. But at the same time, you have to enjoy yourself. And you have to create part of your money for you to enjoy yourself, take yourself out, buy yourself a snack and other things. Another thing you need to do is to adopt a growth mindset. You have to have a growth mindset so that you will not be stagnant or static. You have to have a plan by which you will be growing. At the start, you are at this level. Later on, at this level. Later on, at this level. Later on, at this level. You have to be growing. You do not have to be stagnant. So wealthy people continuously invest in themselves. They invest in themselves. They expand skills and they seek knowledge to increase earning potential and financial intelligence. Now, in Nigeria, there's a new tax regime which will start in January 1, 2026. I'm going to talk about how you can be able to save money from that tax regime very soon, later on this channel before the new year. Now, wealthy people will sit down and see how they can be able to reduce their taxes in the tax regime. The poor people will keep on complaining and they will not sit down to analyze the tax system and how it can be beneficial to them and their business. Another thing you need to do is to surround yourself with the right influences. Surround yourself with the right influences. And if you are out there to make money, this channel where you are, Dr. Lumika YouTube channel, is the right influence that you need. So every day, keep coming on this channel. I give you inspiration, I give you business idea, I talk about real business, online and offline businesses that you can invest your money in and make a good return. So surround yourself with the right influences. Social environment affects your mindset. Millionaires associate with successful, ambitious, and knowledgeable people who reinforce wealth building habits. So millionaires associate with people that will reinforce their wealth building habits. Then, before I go, I need to let you know another thing you need to do is to act despite fear. Act despite fear. If you refuse to act because of fear, you stay stagnant, you stay static. Other people will come and act on your idea and they will make it. And then they have taken over the idea. Every idea that comes to you, it also gets to all thousands and millions of people at the same time. So immediately the idea comes and you are sure, go on and act on the idea. If you fail, you learn. And then if you succeed, you succeed. But in most cases, when you take action like that, you get to succeed. The more action you take, the more opportunity to succeed that you have. Somebody said while we are in school, we did what is called experiments. We kept doing the experiments. We kept doing the experiments in the science lab, in chemistry, in biology, in physics. We kept doing different experiments. We mix this with this to get this. We do this to this to get that. And then we discard the experiment. We write what to find. Where after we have left school, people stop doing experiments. They stop carrying out experiments. Why do they stop carrying out experiments? I don't know why. So in real life, we should do more experiments, try new things. Stop being afraid of failure. You are not afraid of failing when you are doing the chemistry practical, the titration. You are not afraid to fail. You keep on doing it. When you get to the end point, you take your readings. You do the titration 3 times. You did the first one, you didn't get it properly. The second one, you get it. The third one, you get it. Then you find the average. The same thing in real life. Practice more. Act despite the fear you are having. Successful people do not wait for confidence. They act despite their fear, learning and growing from the experience. So when you act, you can learn and grow from that experience. So what I'm talking about, the millionaire mind in the new year, is that financial success is rooted in mindset. Your mindset, what you think about every time, determines your financial success. And consistent action also. Money is not just a numbers game, it is a reflection of your internal programming about wealth. By reprogramming your money blueprint, adopting the thinking patterns of the rich, and taking responsibility for your life and for everything about your life, for your financial life, anyone, anywhere can cultivate lasting wealth and abundance. So, this, in simple terms, is the secret that you need to enter into the new year and to become a wealthy person. So, this is how I'm going to stop. If I've taken a number of questions and comments in the comment section, the chat section, and I want to thank all of you that have come around. This new year, have a great mindset. Think very well and very good thoughts about money. And think about, even write down what you are going to do with money if money comes to you. 2026 is going to be your year, and even many more years after 2026. these things I've shared with you are going to remain valid, are going to remain useful. Until I come your way in the next one, my name again is Dr. Living Gadget, and I'm your host on this new YouTube channel. On this channel, I teach you how to make money online and offline. I make a boast to say that if you keep coming on this channel for 12 months, your life is going to change. Even for 3 to 6 months, watching one video per day on this channel and taking action on what you watch, your life is going to change. I will see you in the next one, and I want you to keep watching other videos on this channel. And if you have not subscribed, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.